Folks, y'all want to see a beautiful sight? Look at that. Look at that sun coming up through them pines. Y'all better get out there and enjoy it while you can, especially if you're down here in the south, because it gets so hot in a little bit you won't be enjoying it. You'll be looking for a shade tree somewhere. Oh, been talking about putting, you know, pictures on the walls. You know, Hannah's huge walls in there, but putting some down low, like under the mounts, you know, of her hunts and, you know, just fishing and hunting and all that stuff. Just photos of that. And she sent some pictures to Walmart, and I was thinking, man, that ain't gonna, you know, you start blowing a picture up from a cell phone, you know, that 16 by 20, it's just the quality's gonna just be rough, I would imagine. You know, that's what I was thinking anyway. I was so wrong. She sent those things up there, and those pictures turned out so good. I mean, it's crazy what these cell phones will do nowadays. I mean, they taking some fine pictures. But we started pricing glass because we got a bunch of them, you know, and they didn't want it to get too pricey. And when you start getting glass cut and all that, it gets a little expensive. But found these bad boys up here for $5 a piece, and all I got to do is slip the picture in there, slip that little old trim right back on it, and then just slide it, you know, just, you know, cut that little old notch in the back of my frame and just slide it right up in there. So it's going to work out perfect. Oh, using that old barn wood, you know, all that scrap off there, if I can find enough of it, and that's what I'm working on this morning, just trying to scrounge up enough of it to build the amount that we're going to do. I mean, it's going to be several of them, you know, a bunch of them. I'm thinking 8 or 10, maybe more. And then she's wanting to do some more, so she's already thinking ahead, and she's already looking through her photos, going to get some more done. So I'm hoping I'll have enough lumber, or that old barnwood lumber to build them. But y'all get out there and enjoy that right there. Look at that. Beautiful morning. Beautiful morning. Y'all hang in and let's see how these frames turn out. All right, I got enough for a few right here. I don't know, 5 or 6. 5 or 6 frames. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run it through the table saw, and on the inside right here, I went ahead and cut these to length because everything was short and just scrap wood anyway. So I went ahead and just cut them to length, and then that way I can keep up with what's good and what's not. Now I'm just going to take the table saw and I'm going to cut a notch. I'm going to go about halfway right there and cut a notch in that and take that section of it out. And it'll just be 2 cuts. Cut it this way with the table saw and then flip it over and cut it this way with the table saw. And that way we're taking that little piece out, and that's where the frame is going to lay right inside of there, and that way it'll fit, you know, flat up against the wall. If you just took the picture and put it on the back right here, then you would see a gap all the way around. So let's see what happens right here. I'm gonna set this table saw and then cut that notch on all of these right here. Got some oak right here, you know, saving it for more frames that's coming, I'm sure. But this will get us started right here just to see how it's gonna work out. So I've still got to figure out exactly how I'm gonna fasten these things together in the corners. Y'all hang in there, let's see what happens, how they turn out. All right, y'all, here we go. That's those little old sticks I cut out of there, and I'm saving that right there because all this is that fat ladder, like I was talking about. It burns really good, so that'll be fire starter. Of course, that right there, that oak, I went ahead and notched it too. The reason I went with a 2-inch wide frame is because I already had a lot of that cut up for trim for the house that I didn't use. So I just went ahead and went with 2 inches wide on all of this. And you could go with as wide as you wanted. If you wanted a 6-inch frame to go around here, it wouldn't be no problem. You know, it would be easy to do. But you see what I did? All I did was just notch that out with the table saw. And then, of course, this is just going to slip right down in there. So, not too bad, huh? Nothing to it. 2 cuts on the table saw and you got that notch. So now all I got to do is figure out how to fasten it. I'm thinking I'm just going to glue it real good because it's just a picture frame. And then just take the finished nailer and nail through here into this other one. Let's see how she turns out and finish it up and see what it looks like hanging on the wall in the house. All right, here we go. So Hannah went to the Hobby Lobby today.
And Walmart.
And got
more pictures.
More pictures.
And
frames. So we're taking...
It's cheaper to buy the frame.
We're taking their beautiful picture out, which, not complaining, that is a good picture, but putting ours in there.
Yeah.
And And this is what we're coming up with right here. So you see my notch, set it in there. Got those little push tabs, you just push them in that hard oak wood right there. Let me tell you, it ain't no fun. You just take a putty knife and just shove those in there and it'll hold it in there. That's what we're doing. And I'll show you the pictures in a little bit when we start hanging them. But you can see the frame and they're turning out really good and sharp. Look at that old chainsaw mark right there. Yep, can't buy that at the Hobby Lobby.
Nope.
Y'all hang in there, let's see how these bad boys look hanging on the wall. Yeah.
Here.
All right, chickadee.
We got some pictures hung up. Hey, they so pretty.
Yeah, they are. Those are 16 by 20.
16 by 20.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of 12 by 18s. Is that what we got to build?
Yeah.
So we got a bunch of smaller ones we fixing to put in between everything.
We just getting started.
We got it started though. And then we got some more on this side over here. Yeah, we got it. Taking up some of this big wall space. Yeah, you really can't tell.
Don't do it justice.
No, you gotta just walk in and look at it. It looks good. Here we go. Couple of steps down.
Yeah.
Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all.
I wanted to show y'all this one too. I built this one today. It's probably going to wind up in Hannah's house, but I took some of those old fence posts that I built her bed out of, and I run them through the table saw and flatten them out on one side. That way I'd have something straight to work with. And I think it turned out pretty good for what it is. But like I said, it'll probably wind up in her house. Hope y'all enjoyed the videos. Appreciate y'all.